Love and light, everyone. Welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be talking about modern men in 2025, how to lead, grow, and attract. But before I unpack all of that, I would appreciate it if you like, subscribe, or follow my channel. It helps my channel grow. So let's get right into it. We live in a world that is constantly shifting. The definition of masculinity has evolved beyond sheer dominance and traditional expectation. Today, being a man is not about living up to the rigid standards. It's about growth, resilience, and authenticity. It's about being a leader, but also being vulnerable. It's about knowing who you are and standing firm in your principles while embracing emotional depth. Being a man in 2025 carries a weight of evolving expectations, strength, balance, with emotional intelligence. Ambition paired with authenticity and attracting the right partner isn't about games. It's about embodying qualities that foster meaningful connections. The essence of a man is not defined by rigid stereotypes or fleeting trends. It's rooted in qualities that stand the test of time. A man is purpose-driven, standing firm in his values and striving towards his goals with unwavering determination. He embraces strength, not just physical, but mental and emotional resilience, rising after failure and learning from hardship. A man embodies accountability, taking ownership of his actions, his growth, and the impact he has on others. He is empathetic, understanding those around him, listening with intention, and leading with wisdom rather than dominance. His presence carries weight, not because he demands attention, but because his authenticity commands respect. Most importantly, the essence of a man is rooted in balance, confidence without arrogance, ambition without recklessness, masculinity without toxicity. He does not seek validation, but instead becomes the kind of man others naturally admire. Life will test every man, whether through failure, setback, or moments of doubt. The ability to bounce back and keep pushing forward defines true strength. Resilience isn't just about enduring hardship. It's about learning from them, adapting, and emerging wiser. A man isn't measured by just what he accomplishes, but how he uplifts others. Leadership today is not about domination. It's about influence, guidance, and service. The white woman is drawn to a man who takes responsibility for his life, his choices, and his community. A man's presence speaks before he even opens his mouth. His posture, his eye contact, his demeanor set the tone for how others perceive him. Being a strong communicator means knowing when to speak and when to listen. Emotional intelligence in conversation is magnetic. Attraction is never about chasing, it's about becoming. When a man is focused on growth, he naturally becomes a force that draws the right people into his life. Physical health, intellectual curiosity, and emotional discipline aren't just personal goals. They're signals of a man who's grounded and evolving. Masculinity in 2025 is no longer defined by outdated stereotypes. It's about finding a balance between ambition and empathy, confidence and humility. The strongest man doesn't reject emotions, they master them. The power of leadership and responsibility is the ability to shape your world, whether through your own actions, the influence you have on others, or the legacy you leave behind. Leadership isn't about dominance or control. It's about inspiration, guidance, and accountability. A true leader doesn't just tell people what to do. He leads by example, proving through his own actions what is possible. Responsibility is the foundation of leadership. It's owning your decisions, your mistakes, and your growth. A man who understands responsibility, he doesn't shift blame or avoid challenges. He faces adversity head on and does what needs to be done, whether in a relationship, career, or personal development. Stepping into leadership means embracing the burden and privilege of shaping the world. A man who leads and takes responsibility naturally attracts respect, trust, and the right people into his life. His presence commands attention, not because he demands it, but because his actions speak louder than his words. A man's presence speaks before he even opens his mouth. It's not just what you say, it's how you say it, how you carry yourself, how you make people feel. True communication starts with confidence. Speak with clarity, own your words, listen with intent. Conversations aren't just about talking, they're about connecting. And presence, it's posture, energy, self-assurance. A strong man doesn't need to demand attention. He earns it by his actions, his control, his unwavering composure. People remember how you carry yourself more than what you say. A leader walks into a room knowing he belongs, not because of arrogance, but because he respects himself. Master these, and influence, respect, and attraction will follow effortlessly. Your presence makes an impression before you speak. Stand tall, move with certainty. Women notice the way a man carries carries himself. A lack of confidence shows in posture, eye contact, and hesitation. Energy attracts energy. A man who radiates calm confidence and emotional control is naturally magnetic. The power of mastery. Don't seek constant validation. Let your actions speak louder than empty words. And I'm going to end the video here. I appreciate you guys who stuck around this long to the end, and I'm on to the next one. Peace.